Today we take a break from hiking. I'm going to do a short review of the small ski resort of Arinsal in Andorra. I will cover where to stay, where to eat, and some basic necessities. Plus I have a secret tip to really help you enjoy a trip to Arinsal, and a little bit about the skiing. In Arinsal, it's either sunny or snowing. So, where to stay? The highest hotels are right next to the six-man chair, but quite a way out of town along a road without any pavement. Firstly, the Patagonia Hotel. Big, busy, and full of kids is a general consensus, but if you want to stay right next to the best lift up in the morning and almost get in and out, this is a good option. Even closer to the six-man is the Ushuaia Hotel. It even has a small bar right next to the Mirades Run, which goes straight to the lift. This, people say it has an excellent spa, good service, again, lots of kids. In my opinion though, neither hotel is particularly convenient for people who are keen on après-ski. Further down the hill is the San Andreu. This is an apart hotel with an excellent restaurant. Well, it was when we ate there on the famous tapas run. The only minor issue is despite being much closer to the town, you still have a walk from either the gondola or the chairlift. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes carrying ski gear, and it's steep. The Ripasso Park. Again, a huge apart hotel opposite the much smaller San Andreu. It also has a back entrance close to the six-man chair, but if you come down the gondola, you do have a steep walk up at the end of the day. The Chalet Verdu. Close into town is this nice budget chalet hotel, which gets an excellent reputation for the food, maybe 5 minutes from the gondola if you can pass the après-ski places without popping in for a quick one. Next is the fairly luxurious twin hotels of Diana Park and Princesa Park. Tend to have all-inclusive deals, particularly in the summer, and for the price, they score highly. Not a budget option, but good value, I'm told. Not even close to either lift is the Residence Dana, a budget option which is a good 20 plus minute walk up the hill, carrying gear in the morning if you miss the ski bus. It's linked to the Cinquetar, which is even further away but was completely refurbished very recently. For me, it's too far out of town for the ski lifts, but the hotel do run shuttles, but check how often. The Palome. Even further down the hill is a fairly luxurious Palome Hotel, which gets some fairly rave reviews, particularly for the food in the hotel's restaurant, Imo. Full of goths, I guess, quite expensive. Moving on to the places that are right in town, next to the main lift and après-ski. Firstly, the San Mauriz Apartments. Next to the best après-ski bar and restaurant, and an excellent supermarket. Might be noisy late into the night, not sure, but for the location, I would certainly consider them. The Hotel Goma Pedrosa. Okay, it's not the Ritz-Carlton, but it's right next to the lift. Has a cheap bar underneath. Maybe a bit noisy, so probably not for families, but for a couple of lads, or a couple who like the après-ski, well worth considering as an option. Okay, now for the closest hotel, which I reckon is a Montagne. It's run by the British Honorary Consul, so the rules are pretty strict, but the food and excellent location are A1 and run as a pretty tight ship. The Montagne is probably the best choice, but I would also like to mention somewhere that is actually further away than anywhere else I have reviewed. This is the Patagonia Hotel, run by a British and Chinese couple located at the very bottom of Arinsal Access Road. It's not expensive, but has certainly the top-rated hotel food for Arinsal, with Mexican, Chinese, Indian, etc. nights. Sunday lunches, an excellent bar with all the sport on. I think in season, it has predominantly English-speaking clientele, and like the Montagne, had lots of repeat business. The only downside is the location. You need to get the ski bus, or the hotel is pretty good at running you around in the minibus. So, what about eating and drinking? Arinsal has many choices from coffee bars to nightclub restaurants. Nowhere is that expensive compared to the French Alps or Switzerland. Expect to pay UK prices or less, particularly for the alcohol, but take advantage of the numerous offers for happy hours where you can pay less than €3 for a pint. Okay, first, and up near the Patagonia Hotel is the Pampa, an Argentine Steakhouse, which there are 3 in Arinsal. It isn't my favorite one, but others I know disagree. Up to you really. Expect to pay 10 to 15 euros for enough meat to overdose on. Next, the Factory, which I feel a slight victory of style over substance, as I didn't like the pizza. But many others have heaped praise on the massive Milaneses. Really nice looking place. The Goma Pedrosa Tavern. You might get a free tapa. Food is cheap and a major Spanish-speaking bar open all year. Get fed up with meeting English-speaking expats? Then meet the South American and Spanish expats. Almost a local place if local was over the border in Spain. Cheap beer, what is there not to like, eh? I know little about California Grill. Meant to be healthy food. If you go there, let us know what you think. Next door is a Coffee Mountain. Does cheap food, I understand. Well rated by those who frequent it. A main venue is the TARDIS Light Irish Bar, the Derby. Noisy, fun, etc. I don't particularly rate the food, but the new manager might change all that. Cheap beer and stays open late. Fun for kids early on, but atmosphere in high season late can get ebullient, if you know what I mean. The Fugazzetta opens all day, sometimes closes early. Meant to have good pizza and coffees. My friends like sitting on the terrace. The 360. British run, has a nice terrace, closes out of season, not that cheap for a pint compared with other places. El Cabin, run by the San Mauriz people, attractive bar riverside, service can be slow. Surf, another Argentine Steakhouse, great location, good terrace, open late, almost as a club. Lord de la Gaza, growing reputation since it changed location from Arts. Good local style food, slightly more expensive than many places, but all cooked fresh, maybe 25 euros a head, including drinks for 3 courses. La Tasca, a wine bar with a separate restaurant. Not super keen on the restaurant, but the wine bar is excellent with cheap beer, complimentary tapas, and great service. El Bosque, the best pizza in Arinsal. Not so keen on the Spanish food myself, but a cozy atmosphere and a nice bar, highly rated. Yumdoli, good small tapas place. El Moli, depends which El Moli turns up. My food has always been fantastic. Others I've been with, not. So, a hit or a miss. Scruffy bar downstairs, restaurant upstairs much smarter. Cisco's. If you like fun with a capital F-U-N, this is the place. The bar is mental in high season, super cheap beer, crazy games. Hit the nail into a block of wood with an ice pick. Tex-Mex place upstairs. Ruta 40. The Argentine Steakhouse, best by far. Bamboo. Excellent Chinese food in the Patagonia, maybe the best place. It's very close between it and Hunters, a Peruvian and British place, always busy. Happy hour, cheap beer. Sport. Come for a cheap drink, an excellent dinner, and watch Scotland win the Calcutta Cup yet again. Yay, go Scotland! So some basic necessities. Cards are taken everywhere. There are a number of cash points. There are 2 excellent supermarkets, one next to Hunters where you can get anything from back bacon to iron brew. Another a few yards more down the hill, open early until 8:30 p.m. Both are equally good. The main lift is in the middle of the town, the other up near the Ushuaia Hotel. Both you can get down as well as up. Only the 6th man at the Ushuaia has a run right down the Miradas. With excellent snowmaking, this run is open until the end of the season for competent intermediates. So, what's the skiing like? Arinsal has a reputation as a beginner and intermediate resort, and if you're a beginner, it's great. But if you ski like this, it's also wonderful. So, whatever your ability may be, it's a great place, lots of decent snow due to the altitude. There is excellent snow making. There's a few tough black runs. It also has one of the best mountain restaurants in the Pyrenees, the Refugee at the base of the middle station, serving food and beer all day. Plus a number of other independent, excellent value places like the Derby, Deli, and the Obelix. Even up the mountain, there are places to hire skis. There is an excellent English-speaking ski school. The views are great, and the skiing has its challenges and is fun for him, and even him. Plus, over at the Link Resort of Pau, you can mush or even try the ski-doos. So, what about Emmanuel's secret tip? Most visitors to Andorra are Spanish, and they don't get up in the morning. So, even at peak season, you won't see any of them on the slopes or on a hike until 11 a.m. and at 2 p.m. all will be eating lunch. Plan your ski day to be up at the first lift, which is in Andorra, is 9 a.m. If you can't get up, they'll all be eating a huge lunch at 2 p.m. Let me know if I missed anything, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you so much for touring Arinsal with me.